Hello friends, it's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I am kicking back and answering actually a viewer and a client requested question. I've been getting this question a lot, and although I have my own theories around it, I'm going to get into it. Basically, the question is, what is my favorite manifestation technique? What do I think works all the time? And I'm going to get into it. But before I do, I just want to remind you that there are several ways to work with me. There's one-on-one coaching, email coaching, the Manifesting Frequency group program, as well as joining the channel. I'm just getting started with loading some special videos inside of the channel. We're going to be doing some manifestation book club things, starting with The Feeling is the Secret, Neville Goddard, as well as just doing some live Q&As. So jump into the channel, know that we're just getting started, but I'd love for you to join me there. There's a couple different levels to choose from. So let's jump into this viewer requested answer and video, as well as my clients have been asking me lately. Brooke-Sidney, what is your favorite manifestation technique, or the one that you have used the most, or the one that you think is the best? I think that's kind of encompassed in that question. So first of all, I have to say at the outset, it's important to understand that all of us manifestation coaches, success coaches, personal development, mindset people, we're going to have techniques and tools in our toolbox that we have found work for us, as well as work for the majority of clients. So I want to say what I'm going to say today with a bit of disclaimer, because I really care about you finding your path, is that you try out, of course, the techniques, the tools, the ways and strategies that I give you on this channel, but feel free to modify, listen to your intuition, think about what's worked for you in the past. But with that being said, my favorite manifestation technique of all times to me is scripting. I find that scripting works on so many levels that it is all encompassing, I think, for most. And to me, I call it like the jumping off point. So for my clients, if you're working with me, you know that in addition to trying to figure out what the blind spots are, where you might be going wrong, where you're not seeing yourself correctly, there is benefit to me in scripting and writing it down. Now, for those of you that have known me for a while or might know me in another context, you may also know that I'm an attorney and I am a book developer and book coach, and I've been a ghostwriter for several years. So writing for me is like breathing, okay? Writing for me is like breathing. But with that being said, there are several proven reasons why scripting and writing and journaling works for all of us. And so I'm going to get into that. So the first thing that I think is really helpful with scripting is, first of all, to get very clear, super clear about what you desire, what you truly want. Oftentimes, many of us are going after dreams, desires that may have been our parents. Hello, for me, becoming a lawyer was definitely parentally influenced. It was definitely strong parent influence there. But there may be something else that you feel like society thinks you should have. Maybe it's that house, maybe it's that marriage, whatever it is. I encourage you, when you begin the manifesting journey, whatever it is and whatever technique that you're using, is to make sure you're crystal clear on what you truly want and why you want it, and more importantly, how it's going to make you feel. The second thing that I think is incredibly important for scripting is, I feel like, writing it down. Now, I know that many of us, we are in the modern age and we have our phones and we have our computers, and that's fine, right? That's fine. You can use that method. But to me, for that extra lift, and they say for that extra mental connection between our hand and our brain, writing things down actually is more impactful than even just reading something or using it, typing it out on the computer screen. And I think it has something to do with the fact that we are actually creating the letters, y'all. We are creating the words. Some people would say we are spelling, we are creating the way that we want our life to look and feel on paper, literally, because we're forming those letters. Our brain is forming those letters. Our brains are forming those words, and then we are connecting it with our hand and our spirit, and we're using our energy to write it down and create it. So there is, to me, a special power, a special lift in writing it down by hand. But if that's just not your thing, again, modify as needed. Put it on your computer, write it however you see fit, but you want to have it written down. This is not something that you want to just keep in the ether or keep it in your imagination. Bring it down to the paper, bring it down into the physical, into the 3D world. The next thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is continue to dream big. And I'm going to tag my video about reimagining and redreaming. You know, in addition to getting clear about what you want and writing it down, I want you to stretch yourself to dream a little bit bigger. Stretch yourself to maybe, you know, there's a first level of a dream and there's a big level of a dream. And I want you to write down both. I want you to have all of your dreams down on paper. It's so important for us to, I think, continue to see ourselves and our lives bigger and to just continue growing and expanding. So whatever you wrote down maybe the first time, see if you can write it down again the next time, bigger, fuller, brighter. The next thing I'd love for you to do is to write your dream down, your manifestation goal in past tense. Write it down as if it has already happened, right? Write it down as if you have been like on this journey and now you have reached the finish line, you've made it, you've achieved it. So, you know, I paid off all my credit cards. I bought the house. I'm so excited that I am married and I'm having this baby. Whatever it is, put it in the past tense as if you have already achieved it. And bonus, give yourself a timeline. Maybe you are looking to achieve that goal in the next year or the next 6 months. Give yourself some sort of timeline, some sort of space, and always be open for, I feel like, God making your dream, your goal, your manifestation even better, brighter, just more amazing. Allow spirit to show up and show out. The next thing I want to offer to you, and I don't know if we're on point 4 or 5, I've lost track, is in addition to writing it down and putting it in past tense, make sure you're writing it in like full emotion, full like 4D, 5D, like as big as you can make it, as colorful, as multi-sensory, and really tap into how this is going to make you feel. There's no use in writing some dry, just boring, you know, muted scripting or journaling. Don't do that. Why waste your time? Write down something that's going to make you feel activated, make you feel, you know, good about it, because that's the feeling that you want to harness this entire time. Like, although of course we all want our manifestation, but we should be enjoying the process along the way. The process of manifesting should make us feel good, because one of the things that I've noticed is that we know that it's our manifestation, not by just what we wrote down or just what we've been affirming or talking about, but by the way that it's made us feel, by what it has done to us on the inside of who we have become in the journey. So if you're just waiting to feel good in the end, you're missing the point. The feeling is the secret, right? As Neville Goddard says, or as Abraham Hicks talks about, our emotional guidance system. Our emotions and our sensations are important. How we feel in life and our journey towards making ourselves happy is super, super important. You cannot wait until the end or until the manifestation shows up in the 3D to be happy with yourself and be happy with your life. So I'm going to encourage you, when you are scripting it out, to like make it into a movie trailer, make it so you saw it as real, make it as so it is like this amazing dream come true. And that all along the way, you were able to find and experience joy. And that will really get you in the good flow. It'll get you in the juiciness of your life and your dreams. Now, I'd love for you to review this daily. Definitely review your scripting, what you have written down in the morning before you get out of bed and in the evening before you go to sleep. I mean, I've talked about it in several videos, but our subconscious is more susceptible in the morning hours, early morning hours, and before we're going to sleep. And so this scripting and this reading, whether you're reading it silently to yourself or out loud for bonus points, it's going to help sink in and saturate and more importantly, as I was just saying, activate our emotions, activate us feeling amazing, having us transport into that wish fulfill, that insta state where we see ourselves having the manifestation. So make sure that you are reviewing your script at least in the morning and at least in the night. And if you can, throughout the day, right? If you ever need a lift, if you want to reorient yourself. Some people find it helpful to keep it with them, to take it and put it on an index card. I have, for the things that I have truly wanted, I have had that kind of little mini script and reminder to keep it with me because it does help me focus on my dream. It helps me think about what I want to put my attention on, and it helps me take the line actions. That's why to me, scripting is a jumping off point. So we want to use this script that we've spent all this time on, right? All this juice, all this energy, all this focusing for our imaginal acts or visualization, for those inner conversations, as well as for those affirmations. I think that if you have truly dialed into the frequency, if you have met your energy where you're at and you are now transporting yourself to where you want to be, why not create our affirmations from there? Why not create those imaginal acts from there, or those inner conversations where your friends and everyone is congratulating you and you're talking about it and you're, using your mirror work, you're talking about it in the mirror, all your affirmations, all that good stuff. So check out those videos. I'll tag some. But it is the jumping off point for your biggest dream, for your manifestation, for the thing that you want and the thing that you want to feel as real. So use it for such. Use it for, again, your imaginal acts, your visualizations. Use it for those inner conversations and use it for those affirmations. And then I have to say, the key to all manifestation is for you to rinse and repeat. It's really about repeating and persisting and trusting that it's happening for you. I've talked so often about the things that I knew that I was getting ready to manifest. Maybe it was a new contract, a new client, more money, all of these things. I felt it coming in. And I also, my phrase has been, it's happening. It's happening. It means it's present tense. It's happening right now, right? It's not, it's going to happen, but it's literally happening. It is in process. It is moving. It is in my energy. It's in my frequency. I am tapped in. I am in that state, and I'm in the self-concept of the person who has the thing. I can remember when I was in my toxic marriage, when I was in that place, when I was in that frequency, and I began to dream again. And one of the smallest things that I kept saying to myself, because I loved this house that we lived in, and it had a really beautiful, simple window in the kitchen. Now, I know this sounds really small, and I still get chills thinking about it, but I remember when that's just one of the simple things that I wanted to have in the next season of my life, in my new life. And every place that I've had since then just has a small little reminder. I have a kitchen window. I have sun coming into my life. I have beautiful, peaceful energy in my space. And that kitchen window is a reminder of the time when I did not have that. I may have had the window. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the space. I didn't have the self-concept and all of those things. So it is my personal reminder of a manifestation goal that may seem small, but again, it's about what it feels like on the inside. So today I'm going to ask you again to kind of go back to, what do you truly want? To write it down, to really, bookmark this video, save it, and work on the script for your life, right? Where you are the main character, where you see everything and talk about it as already happened, with so much emotion, so much feeling that you feel as though you are there, and you literally look at it morning and night at the minimum, and you repeat until it appears. You persist until it's in the present. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you have subscribed to this channel. you're in this community, you like this video so we can have more people reached with this, I feel like, good message and positive way that they can improve their lives, and turn on that bell so that you'll know when I'm dropping a video, and I'll see you in the next one.